I'll just put it right here on what we call the mastoid bone.
Probably about a year and a half ago, I noticed I could hear my heart beating in my ears. It never went away. It was loud enough that it woke me up at night. And my husband, if he put his ear against mine, he could hear it too.
Pulsatile tinnitus, what it is abnormal blood flow or turbulent blood flow next to the inner ear structures. And that sound is being transmitted and you're hearing this, usually it's a whooshing sound or your heartbeat next to your, basically in your ears. It could be both or one side. There's two different types of pulsatile tinnitus, at least in the way I categorize them. One is what we call an aggressive type of pulsatile tinnitus, which can potentially be life-threatening. And the vast majority of cases are benign.
I was maybe gonna go crazy if I didn't do something about it. It was just really bothering me. And Dr. Mehta said that he'd actually had patients come to him that were having the same kind of thing, that were suicidal, because there's just no peace. They just never get any kind of rest from it.
Being in a rock concert is great for an hour or two, but 24/7, 365 for decades is not a way that people want to live. The aggressive type of pulsatile tinnitus, if that's what you have, it needs to be treated. And at the very least, if you have pulsatile tinnitus, it needs to be evaluated.
What should people do, honestly, when this starts to come about in their life?
If it's now, there all the time, consistent, and even sometimes waking you up in the middle of the night, if you turn your ear to that ear that has it and all of a sudden it gets louder, it wakes you up, those are some alarm bells that should at least get prompt further evaluation.
Oh, just like I said, it was keeping me up at night. I'd wake up at night and I couldn't go back to sleep. That was kind of one of the harder things.
That looks really good. Ultimately, what we're doing is taking a look to see if there's abnormal blood flow in the venous structures. Now, if that's the aggressive type, then it's a discussion about the treatments and the risks and benefits of surgery. The vast majority fall in the benign category where we don't find an abnormal connection between the arteries and the veins. Then what I tend to do is counsel the patients and I say, look, how much is this pulsatile tinnitus bothering you? Is it bothering you to the point where it's interfering with your life? Is it waking you up? Is it causing chronic sleep deprivation? And if there's a yes to those questions, then we further investigate what is causing that pulsatile tinnitus. Typically, I keep patients in the hospital one night. If they're doing well, they're discharged, and I say take about a week or so, take it easy, no heavy lifting, take some time off of work, and then after about a week, I say go back to full activities.
When I woke up after my surgery and it was quiet, I just cried. I just thought, man, I didn't think I would ever hear this again. And hearing nothing is actually something.
When you get a reaction like that, it's why we show up to work every day. It's why we love what we do.
There's not a lot of doctors who do what he does, and I feel really grateful that we are here, that we lived here when I needed him. I would say to do it, 100% to do it. It did change everything for me. It really did. Like I just feel like it gave me back my life in lots of ways.